I was performing a series of actions that were places that were somehow connected to the Jewish history, mostly during the period of the ghetto and the Second World War. And actually I made a decision of making action, but not documenting it really partially, show only traces of what happened, so that people can only guess. It had to do mostly with the fact that, for example, when we read about history or we visit places that are connected to history, there is a gap between what we can understand of it, the information we get, and the fact that we didn't read them. I wanted to call attention to what we cannot understand, the parts of the experience of other people we cannot get. The stone itself, for me, was a reference, but also the stone appeared in a lot of other reference I had in the project, which came mostly from literature. One of them was Paula Celana. The stone appeared in a lot of his poems, and I started to read Celana after I heard about this sentence by Theodor Adorno, when he said that there was no poetry possible after Auschwitz. And then in the text I was reading about it, they said that Celana's poetry was an answer to that. An attempt to make something. He made poetry possible because of its impossibility. So it's not that he was contradicting what Adorno said, but he answered from this hole, from this gap. But then when I started to read these poems, it all became more striking, in a sense. The way he played with paradoxes. Like, the only way to approach something is by distance. But not a normal distance, but a radical distance that you cannot overcome. It was important in the project, this step of the installation, of the traces and documentation. It was a challenge. It is a challenge for me, and it's a bit of a challenge that I try to put to other people. How to show what you cannot show, and how much you can see and imagine from what you don't see. So, in the fragment of text, for me, I try to create a text that, in some text, that at the same time they say something, but they are out of context. A few of them are also verses by poets that were referenced for the project, but also they are cut out of the poem. All the things, the ones I've written, are all connected to things that happened to me, but not directly. And the actions themselves, in many of them, I took metaphors and turned them into something literal. In the text, I tried to do the other way around. And also, for example, when I was thinking about the way to register action, I was thinking, how much can I show without showing? In that one, you see the verb, for example, the action, the verb follow. But follow what? So for me, the question was there. So it's, yeah. And also, I think that there is also this expression, something that it's hard to swallow, which is, in a way, for example, there are some experience we cannot swallow, or if we can swallow, we cannot digest. And I was trying to point out this kind of experience.